Okay, I've got a different toilet. This one, of course, is the old one. And that's the new one. You can see that they are different sizes that way. This one is actually a little shorter, which actually kind of works out. That one really was a little too tall. One thing I do like about this one, though, if you compare this right here, this area, this from here to here, to this one, it's a lot shorter from here to here, which it works. It just barely works, you know. I mean, I'm not exactly a petite guy. So yeah, this one actually is more comfortable, but it's a little harder to use. Let's see, put some water here. Okay, I'll give you an example of how you use this one. You know, I pour a little water in like this. You know, do whatever you're going to do, and then do that. You know, then you may have to take and wash stuff out. A little bit of grass in there. Okay, and it dumps down into a 5-gallon bucket. You can pull the toilet off, and then you take and dump the 5-gallon bucket. Alrighty, well, this one, all you've got to do, see, this has a little nozzle right here. Push this thing over here, push it down, and it just sprays out water. Actually kind of twirls the water around, and you do whatever you're going to do. And then where it says pull, oddly enough, you pull. When you pull it, it just drops down into the holding tank. Works pretty much like any little porta potty. This one really needs to be hooked up to water. It does have a nozzle. It's got a nozzle right here, which this, when you pull this, turns that nozzle on if there is water hooked up, and there's no water hooked up to it right now. So, I mean, it works for my purposes, actually. We'll do a little comparison on height. Okay, now for this one, sitting down, it's not bad, really. It is not bad. I've used this one. It works. This one is just a little bit low, but it still works. Actually, this puts, see, I have a bad knee that doesn't like to be bent all the way. It hurts when it's bent all the way. I had a knee injury. And sitting like this actually kind of gives me a chance to flex my knee a little bit, and I can actually put it on the ground, and it's not, notice how much more it's bent on this one. It's bent at more of an angle, which is uncomfortable to me. So, you know, they do work. Okay, let's pan you over here, and maybe up just a little. There, of course, is, well, it's a closet actually, but it has become a bathroom several times. But let's stick a toilet in there. Let's get in here, and I'm just going to sit on the lid. See, this is pretty good, but I always had to leave the doors open like this because there's not enough room. So, what do you do about that? You notice these doors are a little thicker than they used to be, and Still some rough cut edges. I got to trim it and stuff like that. But it's not important. What's important is these now do that. Probably see it better from in here. Okay, we're now inside the toilet area, bathroom if you will. And you notice there are little magnets and there are extra pieces of wood that are hinged to the other door. And that makes this area a lot bigger when you actually have to use it for the business here. Like I said, these are not finished yet. And I need to get a couple more magnets. These are not strong enough to dependably hold it, see. But I have a comfortable angle on my knee. And I have plenty of room. I'm sitting back against the wall. I have plenty of room. I can barely even, well, there we go. I have to lean forward before I can reach the door. And nobody can see. There are no cracks through here. I designed it so that you can't see. I mean, right in here. But another magnet will take care of that and seal that up. Or maybe even a piece of trim or something. Over here, you can't see through there. Little bit of light down there, but you can't see me. Now, there is a little crack right here. I'm going to have to do something with that. It's not bad because the other trim blocks it. So, you have your privacy. And you can do your whatever you're going to do in here. Then, just like this. Then when you go to close them, they close the same way they used to. I left a small lip on the inside here to catch this other door, and I left a lip right here. So when the doors are shut, this one is held shut by this one. Do your latch. Works the same as it always did. Okay, well that's going to do it for this video. Well, most of it. I do have one more thing to add, and a little question to ask. If I work as a flagger on a construction crew. Some of y'all know this. And I met a guy the other day that was in my traffic, like the first person in line. I had to hold traffic up for a while, so I come up and talked to him. Told him, you know, if you wanted to turn around, and there was another way they could go. So I told him if he wanted to turn around, he could, you know. I kind of noticed he had a lot of stuff in his car, and the passenger seat was removed, and there was a board, and there was a bed right there. I thought it was kind of strange, but none of my business. I didn't want to butt in or anything, but he saw me kind of looking at it, and he just explained that he lives in his car. Had a stroke of bad luck, you know, lost his job, lost his house, got divorced, you know, pretty good stroke of bad luck. Well, you know, he was telling me about how he lived in that car, and he got to where he actually liked it, and he said he wants to live in his car now. He's got a job, and he could probably afford an apartment, but he doesn't want to get one because he likes living in his car, you know. This guy he actually watched my channel. This kind of strangely enough, you know. He actually had watched my tour on Buster, and he saw Old Green. I flag out of Old Green, got that strobe on top and all that kind of stuff. So he recognized Old Green, and he said, I know you. I've watched your videos. Wow, I've never been recognized by anybody for my videos before, but he actually isn't from here. He lives here, around here now, kind of. He works on a computer, but so he can work anywhere, but he's been staying around here. He said it's beautiful around here, so he just wants to stay here, and when he wants to go, he can. His house is his car. Would y'all want to see me try to build out? I got that little Cavalier. Would y'all want to see me try to build that out and make some type of a camper slash house out of it, a place for somebody to live and to be as comfortable as you possibly can be in a car. Some people prefer living in a car because of the gas mileage. A big van like Buster, you don't get good mileage. A car, you can go a lot farther for your dollar than you can with a van. It would be a little cramped for me, I think. I may just do that Cavalier and just try it camping one of these nights and just see. I think it'd be a little cramped for me, but some people prefer that. Let me know in the comments if you would want to see me do a build on that Cavalier, turning it into basically like a camper or a house for someone that has to be homeless. You know, they had some bad circumstances, became homeless, they've got a car. Maybe that might be a way to show them how to cheaply build a very tiny house. But let me know in the comments below